Hello everybody, welcome back here to High Button Sports as we get set for another Halifax Hawks U15AA game, and this time we're taking on Chebucto. Chebucto, one of the top teams in the league here, going at it with Halifax, so a great test here on a Tuesday night. Of course, joined by Dudes. How we doing?
I'm doing good, Jeff. It's good to be back at Centennial. This time I visited the canteen, and that brought back some memories, so another hot start here at Centennial Arena.
$2 Gatorade. I don't know if you can get better than that in the city.
Whoa, whoa, people will be coming down here for their groceries here.
And we, like I mentioned, we had the game Sunday, so just a few days ago, back to our normal Tuesday as we finish out the first part in the regular season here, heading into December. Down the right side, picked up Chebucto's shot on. That one gonna go high. Played off into the corner. Picked up McKenzie, works that around. Brady grabs it on the left side boards. Brady pass up, and it's chipped on down, hustled after, and that'll go for an icing here just less than a minute in.
Yeah, looks like Chebucto coming out firing here. They good brush to start, and then a big hit down there on the half wall. So they're 8-5 this year, second place just behind Tassa, who's undefeated so far, and Halifax is nipping at their heels a little bit here. So some big points up for grabs here in this one.
Yeah, Halifax really trying to break into those top two teams in the standings. They've been kind of meddling around that third place all season long, but a win here would go a long way, as a win by Chebucto would put them further out of reach, but a win here would bring Halifax within striking distance. So a big game, Christmas colors out there on the ice as we get ready for December. Gavis down the right side. Gavis going to try to center that puck. It'll hit a skate and head back in behind. Creighton along the end boards, freed up there to Slade. Slade puts it into the open area, chased after, hustled back and grabbed by Polson. Polson going to bring that all the way in behind his net. Over to Gavis. Oh, Gavis took a bit of a run there by the captain there for Chebucto, as played off onto the boards. Now it's picked up. Gavis, he tries to go around, push that puck through, stopped up, worked back into the linesman, who splashes a smile, and we continue on. Polson with the lead pass over to the captain here, Porter. Porter, some open room, shoots that one steered high. Down the left side now, shot back in. Chebucto bringing some speed here early. Brown off in the corner, as he'll get some help by Porter as well. Chebucto set up here, not really moving off their post too much. Lang making some movements there in front, but other than that, we continue on. Works back out to the left side. Reynolds takes a bump. It'll free it up for Porter. Porter now trying to chip by, and he'll take a hit cut off of the puck, and he lifts his head. And the penalty coming here, interference, they're going to get him on that one.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard me say yup. I kind of rudely interrupted as you were calling the game there, but I knew for sure that was going to be a penalty, as he kind of just, if you just stay in your lane as a defender and the player's coming right at you and then you pivot, that's, you know, it's almost a good way of slowing him down. But when you step into his lane when he changes direction, that's when you're going to get called in that interference, and he did there. So face-off will come just outside the blue line because there wasn't icing on the play.
So early power play opportunity here. Played over to the left side, chopped back in behind. Chebucto tries to work that back, and Brown's going to need to chase after it. Brown down low. He turns on the brakes, turned over in front. Chebucto finding some open room, low shot. That one steered off into the left. Gavis. Halifax trying to poke that by. Comes to Peddle. He tries to go around Matheson. Matheson puts it around McKenzie, poked off his stick. We'll try again. Lead pass to the middle. Gavis turns on the Jets, but hits his stick and played down low. Back on now over to Thompson. Thompson grabs, tries to jam it in along the boards, keeps it in, and now player lost his stick, so some open time, and 5-on-3.5 for a moment as Finney needs to reset, but he'll get it. Now try to work it back out here. Chebucto, a minute gone in the power play. Smith down the left side. He'll do a couple dekes and be held in along the end boards. Centering now Pino. Pino along the wall, tries to get it up to Gavis, played back in. 2-on-2 along the boards. Shot down low, that one's gonna hit the end boards. Back on, and now 2-on-1 the other way. Richard left side, lots of time to shoot, and he scores. 2-on-1 wide open and put home, and Chebucto scores a shorthanded marker.
Yeah, so two things from me there. The first one might have looked close to offside, but they're not going to be able to go back and look at that. And the second thing was not hard to see why Chebucto has been successful this year. We've seen a little bit here so far. They're very relentless on the puck. Even down a man, they continued to press and put pressure on the puck carrier. So, you know, good things here from Chebucto. We'll have to see if Halifax can match their play.
So 12 seconds remaining on the power play here, and they'll take it. In along the boards here. 2-on-2 is the power play now officially running out. So we'll go back to even strength, and successful kill, I'd say, for Chebucto as they play that down. Theo Haropoulos along the end boards, turned over. Into the left side, and Polson gets the centering pass. Porter tries to put it into the feet.
Real good puck pursuit here from Chebucto. Like I said, they're first to pucks right now, and Halifax is going to have to adjust here on the fly if they want to get any sort of possession going at all early.
Shot down along the end boards. Picked up and entering the zone again over to Polson, and it's centering pass into some shin pads. Creighton tries to spin it on in, and under 10 minutes now to go in the first period. Grabbed and shot down. Pino down low, he'll be the first to that. Poked in along the boards. Reynolds back in behind. Trying to poke it on through, backhanded in. McKenzie chips it over, leaves the puck into the right side corner, up to Creighton along the half wall. Into the middle, swinging. Gavis trying to get loose, knocked off a stick and kept in. Good defense there by Reynolds again. Now Lang picks it up. Lang stick handling in, low shot. That one's gonna hit Pino's stick, but a rebound worked off. Still alive there in front, back to Reynolds. He'll square up, low shot, tipped, rebound. Friendly bounce for Halifax as they get numbers the other way. Up the right here, Farquhar shoots it in. Stop near the ringette line. Rimmer comes in to help. As the coach here for Chebucto says, simple hockey.
He's absolutely correct, too. Everything about that sequence was very simple. Good gap control by the D-man. Stepped right up, knew that he didn't have the middle lane drive, so he was able to take that space away. So, yeah, it's sounds ridiculous, Jeff, but hockey is a simple game, and you can play it very simply. Hope that's the right term. The other thing I'll say is with the, oh wow.
And a goal there as the turnover hurt Chebucto, and it spun around and fired home, and another quick one here on net as it'll be 2-0 with 8 minutes to go.
So like I said, they're relentless on the forecheck, and they do send 3 low, so that's one thing maybe the coach will have to have a peek for, is that one first clean breakout pass is going to beat 3 forecheckers, so you automatically get an odd man rush exiting the zone with 3 green jerseys below the ringette line. Easy for us to see up here, though, Jeff.
Yeah, they're keeping a pretty good push going on here. And like you said, the big difference so far is relentless on those pucks. Halifax maybe trying to be a little pretty through the neutral zone, which is very hard here in this division especially. Or in this rink, sorry, especially, with barely any neutral zone. You basically got to get rid of it, and a push over there. That looked a little aggressive, but nothing will come of it. Pedal down low in the corner as we're halfway through the first period. 2-0 lead here for Chebucto. Down in the left side corner, played out in front and then covered up for the whistle.
Not a bad push back there from Halifax. Got to get some sustained pressure down there and try and get those green jerseys moving around a bit and get them out of position, because not only are they hard on the puck offensively, but they've been hard on the puck defensively too, so forcing you to make decisions out there and be quick. Like you said, this smaller ice here at Centennial, especially in the neutral zone, it's a bang-bang play type of rink, so adjustments to be made here, but lots of hockey to be played.
That one fired in around, back to McKenzie, still plenty of time left here. Back down low to Gavis. Gavis filling the net here this year. You know, he's gonna wanna try to get one back, get his team back in it. Back in behind for Brown. No icing as Brown overskates it. Back in behind for McKenzie. And a little push there. Net is Pickram in net there.
It's Pickram, yeah, our boy Picks. That's what we're gonna call him.
Classic hockey nickname there.
Yep, just take a couple letters
Picker.
away and throw an S on. Pixie, if you want to do one like that too.
Oh, I like that one. Played on down. In down along the end board. 6:32 remaining here in the first, and that'll go for the icing. Chebucto keeping the lines changing quickly. They look pretty content with their shifts as they head off to the bench right here in front of us, and a good start for them. I wouldn't blame them for being happy.
Yeah, the coach is calling for a high stick, but referee's rebuttal is that it was caught in the netting in behind, so it was already up there. He didn't really have control of it, so I think the coaches are understanding now and they get it. He has a chuckle here, so just a clear explanation is all you're looking for. Maybe not the best way to approach it, but you get caught up in the moment as a coach for sure.
Played along the boards here on the left side. Trying to poke it free, comes up to the middle, slashed at to keep it in the zone, eventually falls out. Back over now, put by on the left side, Rimmer the man back, and Pickram gets the save. 6:09 remaining as the shots keep coming.
Yeah, similar start for the Hawks on Sunday night. I thought they started a little bit slow, maybe a little bit sloppier, but they found their way into a lead. But this time they're trailing here, so different look for them. You have to, like I say, get some more pucks on net here. It's about as cliche as you can get, but tough to score if you don't shoot.
Picked up and put off the glass. Reynolds chases. Some stick lifts coming into the corner, and good job taking the man away. He's gonna get some support down low. Puck still pinched in along the board, so Halifax trying to get it out. They do to Porter. Porter now spinning around, some deeks in a phone booth there. Pushed over to the left side, centering pass into some shin pads, back to the line, grabbed, the low shot, worked off into the corner.
Heads up. Good on that kid for easing up just a little bit there in the danger zone. Could have absolutely buried him, but he eased up just a little bit, and he'll get some good karma out of that, especially around the holiday season.
Played up through the middle, over the left side,
Nice
touch
touch.
pass to Porter. Porter brings it in, shot, glove save, as Halifax now get one back the other way.
Yeah, it was a great little two-pass breakout, just a nice support through the middle, got them a nice clean entry to the zone, and, you know, good shot, but an even better save there with the mitt. So probably not going to go glove here for a little bit if I'm playing.
Dropped in and now picked up. Chebucto again up the wall and chopped back on. Back in behind, that'll go into the skates and now be cleared up there. Chebucto keeping it going. Tries to stop up with the pass. It gets breaking up by the Halifax defender. Back to Smith on the line. He gets it down low. And 3 players down low, like you said, dudes, ready to go as soon as that puck makes it past the circles.
Now they have 4, so
Definitely sending them in on offense, keeping only one man back there. Smith, all 4 of the other Chebucto players in deep. Picked up.
5th man, the Smith there on defense, the 5th guy, the only guy back. In a real good position in the middle of the ice, able to get to any part to get anything broken up or hold the puck in. So not a bad strategy here, especially if you're going to be first to pucks all night.
Free puck there in the middle, but chased after, and now some numbers the other way as Slade breaks out, 2-on-1. Slade just going to shoot Pickram, covers it up, and a relatively easy save for him with 4:06 remaining.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to beat old Pixie from out there. So, you know, he's had some real good games here on this broadcast anyways, and he's going to stop those ones probably 99.9% of the times that he can see from a distance.
Chop back to the middle. Porter tries to get it going, and Halifax haven't really got much going on offense here in the first. Down low to Reynolds. Reynolds in behind, puts the head up. Gaifori chases after it down low, but Pino to it first. Played back over to Polson. Reynolds down low and up the wall, trying to get that out. Chebucto continuing the pressure, but a nice stretch pass now, maybe a lead pass. No, he'll elect to hold on and then can't get rid of it. Creighton, and then shoots it down. 3:22 remaining in the first. Back towards the middle. Oh, shot back. Picked up by Pino. Pino in a collision there as it comes back to Thompson. Thompson circling around into the left side, and Halifax tries to flip that up the wall. Cut off down low. Back in behind as holding the line there, back to Thompson. Thompson and around, no one really home but Creighton. Creighton puts on the gas and then takes a whack at it. Oof. Battling along those end boards. 2:25 now remain here in the first. Sent back and around as Glover stops up. Glover brings it in onside, low shot. That one gonna go wide as played off in the corner, and a big hit laid there. Maybe a boarding call, dudes?
That one may go down as a hit from behind, honestly. They're gonna probably talk about this because both arms went right up, but that was numbers all the way, and depends how the refs are feeling here tonight, to be honest with you. Either way,
was that a boarding?
Hit. I don't know. Did he call it? Yep, so that was the sign there, so it is boarding. So you have to be pretty malicious in the hit. I don't think he was aiming to hit him in the numbers like that. It's just one of the ways he got turned, and maybe just a fault of being a little bit bigger than the other guy. But regardless, lucky for him that he's going to stay in this game.
So we'll continue on here. Now a chance for Halifax to get themselves back in it. Gavis turns the puck over back to Theo Heropoulos, and it'll go by him and back and behind. Up the left side, trying to poke at it. Comes out to the middle, lead pass here for Gavis. He turns on the Jets, trying to get something going for Halifax. Low shot, that rolling up the helmet, and then jumped on, and the best opportunity of the game there for Halifax.
Yeah, fortunate bounce, honestly, for Gavis, but, you know, that's when he's at his best, is when he's able to wheel, and I think we saw a lot of that at the Forum on Sunday. We chatted briefly about that, the bigger ice, and the adjustment it is, but for the speedy guy like that, looking for some space, that seemed to really benefit his game, but a real good opportunity there, and see if more can come of it here from Gavis. And the rest of the Hawks, I suppose, too, eh?
Yeah, some secondary scoring would definitely help out this Hawks team as Gavis shoots again with a hot one. Rebound on the left side, can't go. Into the feet, Gavis pokes it on by, trying to figure it out, and that one sent him behind, and another good opportunity.
He got a lot on that backhand there, Rimmer, and he was in a good spot. He was playing the high guy, but Christian Kolb down there for the Chebucto Atlantics and net has been stellar here. He's been tested more than in the last little bit than he has been in the whole period, but certainly looks up to the task, so they might have a nice little goalie tandem of their own.
Down low, into the left corner. It'll come out and be fired the length of the ice. Pickram needs to stay hot as it's right on net.
Those ones always make you hold your breath.
Left side. Coming through the middle, and a big layout hit there, and that's about as textbook as you can make it. Sent down the other way as we have a minute to go here.
Yeah, two real good things to dissect there. One, the courage and the ability just to try and go down that lane on the wall there, but great defensive play there and a clean hit, and that's, like you say, textbook as it gets. If you were to show a graphic of what a hit would be like, that would be it.
Clean as a whistle, with 37 seconds left to go on that power play. And we'll head back in the other way. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in once again here. The High Button Halifax Hawks, another Tuesday night. I think our schedule stays the same pretty much, but it's going to get a little mixed up here, missing some weeks and getting some weeks as we head into the playoffs, like I said, around Christmas and post-Christmas into the end of this year. So keep an eye out for that. I don't know the exact consistency of it just yet, but if there's a home game, we'll be covering it, run off into the boards.
It's an interesting setup at the second half of the season, too. I don't think it was like that when I played, but so long ago now, I couldn't tell you for sure.
Yeah, I think they were still using pigeons to send letters at that point, buddy.
Okay, I know I'm losing my hair a little bit, but I'm not that old.
Picked up here. 3 seconds left, and that'll take us to the end of the first period and the end of the power play. So 2-0 here off the 2 early goals by Chebucto, and we'll be back for the second shortly. All right, and we are back here with the second period, 15 fresh minutes on the clock as a hit laid and words exchange with Gavis. And it looks like he'll head to the box there for interference. So immediately from power play to penalty kill, Atlantics now a chance to extend their lead.
Yeah, I can't imagine that was the message at the bench in the intermission was, hey boys, let's get out there and take a penalty in the first 10 seconds. But hockey, game happens quick and against the rules, so he'll sit for 2. Maybe less.
Over to Glover. Glover back along the blue line. Shot. Good save there by Pickram as he steers that into the right side.
They stay hydrated.
Back to the blue again. Over to Glover. He has to pick it up on the backhand. Played into the corner, back to Glover again as the power play running through him, and then off a skate into the corner, picked up off the glass, and that'll head on out. Chased after, and Polson going for a skate. Polson tries to beat the man, and it almost had him.
What a great play.
Theo Heropoulos gets an unlucky bounce and then picks it up and tries to clear it in again.
And that'd have been something. 2 short-handed goals in this game, that could have been, that'll hurt.
Back on out through the middle. Centered pass, low shot, and that one's going to be a save with 50 seconds remaining in the power play.
Yeah, good job by the Hawks there to pounce on him and close down that middle lane, but looks like Chebucto captain Secord was just on the sidelines for a little bit, got rocked earlier on in the game, but he's going to return now. So if you haven't seen him and you were looking, that's the update. We don't like to show the injuries on here if you're a new viewer. Oh.
And a goal there as Pickram shows a little frustration for the first time as the rebound comes over and a big celebration here on the Chebucto bench. That'll be 3-0.
That's a big goal, especially on the power play early on here in this period. And once again, they just continue to be first on those pucks. And just that bright green jersey, I don't know how you missed that back door. Those are some of the brightest jerseys I've seen, but when you get caught looking the other way, that's what happens.
And that's coming from someone who does the Rage games every week.
That's right.
Those games those jerseys pop like no other.
Some of the best I've seen for sure. I love the green though, I do.
In there.
A lot different than the jerseys when we were growing up, that's for sure.
Lang down the right side. He runs Brown off into the corner, and things are getting physical. And Chebucto in control here. Going to have to see Halifax try to keep their head a bit. as facing their first real test here on High Button.
Well, you want to know how you fare up against the top teams, right? And this is a perfect opportunity for that. So like you said, keep their heads, trying to stay in good habits, and let's not get caught running around like lunatics out there, you know?
Back in behind, centering pass over to Parsons, tries to get that back, it'll be Brown. Chebucto, Slade back to the line, still holding the zone, low shot, that bounces in behind. Fished out and then played back to the line, and Pelham swoops it back in. Reynolds can't get it the other way, and now Porter will break it out, but getting stopped just at the red line there, not even close to a scoring chance on that, but now it'll be Rimmer down along the right side. And Duder, do you think that Halifax needs to create mistakes for chances to come, because their current game plan just isn't cutting it on offense?
Yeah, the run and gun style that they like to play here, for at least for the last little bit, hasn't really worked, and almost like Chebucto knew what was going to happen. But yeah, I think they got to get pucks in behind their D-men and kind of just play Chebucto's game plan against them.
And a 5-hole goal there for the 4-0. And Halifax backs right up against the wall and just outworking them to the pucks is Chebucto, and Pickram showing a little emotion back there in net. And that's, like I said, the first time we've seen that out of him.
Yeah, usually calm, cool, and collected. That was a tough bounce there. He was going back to hug the post, and it hit his inside skate and rolled through his legs. So it's one he doesn't want to let in, but
I'd be more willing to guess he's frustrated with the play of his team in front of him right now.
Yeah, there's certainly a little bit of that in there for sure.
And that's where I think that's coming from. You know, got to see something here as Gavis tries to get the lead pass over to Brady, and he can't catch up to it. Brady down in the left side corner. Back to Gavis, who tries to pull that puck in. Back to Pino. Low shot, bouncing back around. Pino chases, chop back to the middle. Chebucto lead pass, Finney. Finney winds up for the shot. Save there. Puck comes out on the left side. Into the feet, and Halifax just getting tripped up all over each other here.
Yeah, they're a little bit out of sorts.
Brady pass over, nice return pass to Brady. He tries to work it in. Brings it in, still with the puck, still has it. Tries to get it to Gavis, and he'll deke it, and it'll fall off his stick. The furthest they've got in here in a bit. Now Gavis picks it up. He gets spun out as he tries to go for a skate. Pass up into the skates now. Shot back down around. Theo Heropoulos along the end boards. Flicks it over.
They're just funneling them out right away and forcing them to give the puck back to them.
Low shot, big rebound, cleared out. Theo Heropoulos saved a sure goal there. Back in the other way for Brown. Brown here for Chebucto, picks it up left side. Polson, and we're gonna need to see some here from Halifax just to change up the pace of this one, dudes. Like getting a rhythm. Get some back the other way, but it's down the right side here. A nice stick again by Theo Heropoulos as he covering his defensive assignment, but it's worked out front, held on, and it'll be covered up with some extra pushing and shoving.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get caught up in the nonsense here. Down 4 or up 4. Especially the way Chebucto's been playing, you can hear the coach yelling at him, stay out of it, which is one of those comments that haunts me in my sleep from over the years. But like you said, they got to get something going here. It's been a tough night for them, but you know, it's a testament to the way that this Chebucto team is playing. They're relentless out there, and similar to stepping on a bee's nest. They're just constantly swarming you and can't get away from them.
The swarm is a good way to put it. Hemmed in the own zone. Glover gonna play it down the right side. Played out up ahead. Hawks flip it up the left side. Glover chasing. No icing there, so Halifax got to get that puck and keep it in here. In along the right side, freed up. Polson puts his hand on, but he'll get away with it. Played back to the middle, Creighton. And Chebucto using the body to separate player from puck there, giving Creighton basically no time to think before he takes a hit and then has to get rid of that puck, which they can jump on. Center in front and 2 guys wide open. Slipped in behind the defense. Now up the right side. Polson gets it by it. It could be a 2-on-1 forming. Pelham going to pinch it off. Poking at it and keeping it in along the boards. Good defensive play there, stopping it once again.
Yeah, that's great recognition to know that he was the only guy there for the Hawks, so for him to just take away his time and space, he knew he wasn't going to get burned the other way. So that's a real good defensive play there from Pelham.
Back to Reynolds. Porter runs at Reynolds, but not much behind that hit. Centering pass coming, turned over. Porter now going to have to go for a skate. Plays it up the right side. Farquhar entering. He's losing room quickly and tries to dish it in front. It'll come back out here on the left side. Up ahead here for the Atlantics. Turnover. Gavis, speedy down the right side. Knocked off his stick by Reynolds. Pinched in. Creates a turnover. That one's sent wide on the left. Pino down to Gavis. Gavis tries to get the centering pass. He'll come to the line and booted back out to center. McKenzie doesn't have the red line and shoots it down for an unnecessary icing.
Yeah, it's been a tough go here. I mean, like I said, Chebucto has been absolutely buzzing here, and you hate to keep beating a dead horse, as they say, but need a little more life here from the Hawks and maybe a switch of their game plan a little bit, try and chip pucks up off the glass zone to the neutral zone because they're pressing down on the wall. They're sending that defenseman in on the pinch, and they got 3 down low already, so some in-game adjustments to be made, but like I said, it's always super easy for us to see up here.
Picked up to McKenzie. Regardless of how easy it is for us to see, though, dude, something's got to change nonetheless.
That's right.
Is down 4. Haven't really gotten many chances on here yet as Finney plays it on the left side. Centering pass into some skate. Halifax up the right side. It'll come to Gavis. Gavis lays a hit in along the wall. Try to get some momentum back for his side. Played in and toe drag, and good job at the end there by Pino.
I see 3 green jerseys down low once again. Defenseman pinched down to the half wall, and one chip, I'm telling you, is going to beat. See, right there, 2-on-1.
There it is, Gavis down low. Shot back in, Theo Heropoulos on it. And we'll have a whistle.
Oh, he locked out with the puck up on the edge there. So yeah, talking about getting pucks up off and just a simple chip there. Like, you got the 3 green jerseys down low, and I'm telling you, one clean pass is going to beat those forecheckers, at least for a neutral zone entry. So nice to see that there, and they ended up almost getting an odd man rush out of it, but a good defensive play by the Atlantics once again to take away time and space.
Two-on-two down there in the far corner. Penalty coming. Hooking call as 6:50 remains here in the second, and now maybe a sign of life here for the Hawks. Try to get one before the end of the period, and we go into our intermission. But right now they got 2 minutes to focus on trying to get the power play.
Yeah, this is a big moment here. Could certainly at least switch the momentum a little bit, and we talk about this all the time. Hockey's a game of moments, and you want to try and grab the moments and run with them the best you can. So a period or a goal or 2 before the end of the period here would be huge.
Definitely momentum. Momentum, the big part here is you can spin some of that back in your direction and things can change in a hurry. Spun around. We've seen Halifax compete with TASA, the top team, and basically teams all season long, so I don't doubt they have it in them. Just thinking that maybe something needs to change. Down to Theo Heropoulos, right side. He'll be cutting in. Sharp angle shot. That one stays out. Back to the line. Polson, shot. Blocker. Looking for another rebound. Hand pass gets waved off.
Oh.
Back in behind, and now a rush shorthanded. Lang on the right side. Diving out, taking away, and they score 5-hole. And a backbreaker there, another shorthanded that slips through.
Yeah, that's a tough one to watch go in at any age level or any league, but we'll talk about taking wind out of the sails. Couple good chances for the Hawks there, point blank. And you know, Cope down there hasn't been tested that much, so sometimes when you sit down there and you don't face that much action, you get a little bit chilly. So he's done a real good job there of keeping them well ahead here. But that's a tough goal to let in if you're picking for sure.
Yeah, and 2 good opportunities there for Halifax before that goal went the other way. Back in behind, ran in along the boards. Chebucto. Up to Gavis. Gavis, you know that guy's not going to give up, trying to make something happen. Overskates the puck there, though. Pushed off into the right corner. Into a shin pad, still alive. Spun back over. 48 seconds left to go on the power play. 5:39 in the period. And that one blockered up into the mesh. Whistle coming.
Yeah, see, the biggest thing I'm looking for from the Hawks here is just the no give. I know you're down by 5, but sometimes you just got to put a little bit of pride into it. I'm not saying they're not, but when it comes down to it, when back in the day, the coach used to say, you know, we're playing for pride now, fellas, and you just want to continue to push. You don't want to, at the end of the day, just say, we gave up, you know?
Back to Brown. Brown lets a shot go, and a good one on. That one had eyes and got through traffic, but save made again. We'll try once more here.
Yeah, good job by Brown to wait for those bodies to funnel in front of the net and then rip the shot and give your best chance for the goalie not to see it. So some good things happening here, but just not quite getting it done.
Over in front, spun out, and now Chebucto picks up and fires that into the left side. Brown chasing after. Chebucto's got to be happy with how these first 2 periods have played out. Up the wall. That one offside as played inside the zone as Finney was coming out.
So hard to not touch the puck there, just sitting there by yourself, and obviously not an intentional offside, so the face-off will stay right here.
Yeah, and Finney trying to argue it because I think he may have been a little confused on how that one went down, but he was hustling back out as kind of came in for just a second.
Now, if Halifax would have brought it back in physically without the Chebucto guys leaving the zone, then they would have been fine, but because it was knocked back in by Chebucto, then it became an offside right away.
Spun back around. Down in the corner, Thompson. Over to Petal. Petal into some shin pads. Picked up now by Porter. Porter cutting down and lays a little snow shower, and doesn't look like anything will come of that one, though. I just want to say, if you like what you've seen here on High Button Sports and you want to support the brand, you can head over to our website, highbuttonsports.ca. Check out what we have for merchandise. That goes right back into the brand. We support, or we appreciate any support you can give. So if you want to check out our toques, quarter zips, flags, hats, anything you can name there, you can go look on highbuttonsports.ca, pick something up for Christmas, for the fam. And we would appreciate it greatly as we head into the holiday season and really the back half of the season for us here at High Button as we go playoffs and we go big January for us with Ice Jam and everything happening there. And then it parlays into provincials and everything else at the end of the year when we start to travel around Deuter. So Christmas and January, a big time of the year for us here at High Button, and interference call coming to Halifax.
That's a good call there. Stripes up here in the booth. It's a tough penalty to take there if you're the Hawks. I know it didn't seem like much, but when you got the ref right there with the eyes on you, it's pretty easy, wide open.
And some pretty straight faces over there on the Halifax bench. 4:23 remaining in the second.
Now, it's one thing I've noticed from this league too. I know this game's a little bit of a larger lead, but there hasn't been too many teams that I've seen that just dominate. Chebucto's dominating the play right now, but a lot of the teams are even. So at the end of this season, when teams start to really figure each other out, it might be pretty interesting down the stretch.
Yeah, and I think Chebucto came in with a game plan. They stuck to it early, got some bounces, and they've just kind of rode it all the way through here. So I'm sure Halifax coaches, Farlsey over there, Poirier, are going to take a look at the game footage and put together another game plan. Down low in the corner. Picked up now. Chebucto still with it. 1:21 left on the power play. Low shot. 3:41 remaining in the second as it's chopped up the boards. Hustled after by Brown, and fresh legs coming out here for the Halifax side. Snap pass up here and shot down by Parsons. 3:22 remaining as that one goes out of the mesh.
Yeah, one thing I just realized now is the glass is pretty low here at Centennial. I think maybe as a kid I probably couldn't get the puck up that high, and I'm pretty close to not being able to now, but for those big long rims up off the glass, you got to be real strategic here. So
yeah. And have you ever played at the Dominion Arena in Glace Bay?
Oh, not that I can remember, Jeff.
That,
shorter glass.
Oh my goodness, that's where we did the provincials last year, obviously, for the U15AA, as that one goes through again, and things going from bad to worse here for the Halifax side.
Yeah, that's another 5-hole goal that normally he makes, but just maybe a little bit of an off night, and it happens. Listen, you're allowed to have an off night, Jeff. You and I have them all the time. Maybe not all the time, but we do have them. But I think, I don't know, if I'm the coach here, I might just try and bring him to the bench here for the rest of this period, let him kind of settle in, and get Matheson in there for a little bit. And if you want to put him back in, that's good, but you just get him out of there, right? You don't want to hang him out to dry for too long.
And nothing from the coaches there on the Halifax bench, so we'll keep Pickram in as the lead extends to 6 with 3 minutes to go here in the second period. Up the boards, Pelham works it back in. Fished out there and looking to grab it. Gavis in on that as well. It plays back in behind. McKenzie chasing after it. Chebucto in behind, trying to get it centered, and we'll get it out into the feet. Got to get that through, and they can as it's played back in.
Yeah, just one of those nights, it seems like here.
On the wall again on the right side. Backhand up near center. Gavis trying to use the body as he's skating, and offside call. 2:25 remaining in the second period. Remember, we'll have a break in between the second and third.
Oh, yeah. If you're the Hawks right now, you're looking forward to this break. Maybe not from the coaching standpoint, but just anything to stop this big green train from rolling along here. You know, sometimes those intermissions do, you know, pop a little hole in the tire there for your momentum. So that's all they can hope at this point, and maybe make some adjustments and just calm down a little bit.
Porter cuts to the middle. He's got Rimmer with him and can't make the play there. So close. You got the last step to try to get that man, Rimmer, out and away with a good chance, but it gets stopped. Pino tries to get it on the left side. It'll come back over to Matheson. In along the blue line inside, 2 minutes now remaining. Chebucto holds. Up the left side into some skates. The linesman, a little bit of a exaggerated movement there on the clear.
Duck to hit him in the skates.
I think maybe we'll be seeing him at Neptune this Christmas.
It's funny because you lose track of the puck there as a linesman out there. You don't really know, but you know the puck's not on the ice. So the best thing you can do is just tuck your cover and, you know, cover up the jibs.
Hope for the best.
That's it. Especially when you're exiting the zone, right? You're trying to dodge the players and get out of the way and get back to your position, and you don't know where the puck is, but you hear heads up, and that's what you do. You duck. It ends up being funny sometimes. I've been a culprit of that a few times, I'm sure.
And I know you were mic'd up as a ref in the past few weeks here, and you got some love there on TikTok.
Yeah.
From me.
Yeah, if that's what we're going to call it, yeah. I look at it as love. They're paying attention out there. Apparently I'm not the biggest or the most loved ref when it comes to actual games, but that's fine, you know. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. That's not going to make me lose any sleep at night, that's for sure.
You can't let the TikTok comments get to you, buddy.
I know I'm not the
Happens
best.
to the best of us.
Yeah. What's TikTok? I'm too old for that.
Up the boards here, 35 seconds. Theo Haropoulos up the left side. In along the boards, that one's cut off. It'll come back to Farquhar, the D-man or the forward who's covering on D. He gets an extra word into Finney there. Played across. Back in front here, Parsons with 11 seconds, and player down across, finished off, and that wasn't the greatest move there on D, and that'll make it 7-zip with 8 seconds remaining.
They're just all out of sorts here, you know. You dive across there, and yeah, you know, the idea is obviously for the goalie to take the shooter, but you know, I'm not going to harp on this too much. It's just one of those nights here for Halifax, and it's been a real good game played by the Atlantic so far, so you got to hope this intermission really pops a tire in their momentum here.
Face-off coming here, 7 seconds, and Gavis has had enough here. Gavis going for a skate and can't get the shot off into the right side corner, and that'll take us to the end, and it'll be 7-0 here for Chebucto as we head to the break. We'll be with you shortly. All right, everybody, we are back here with our third and final period here at the Centennial Arena. It'll just be me here in the third. 7-0 lead here for Chebucto as they look to get a win over Halifax. Halifax, we mentioned, trying to claw their way back up in the standings. Right now, not looking too good for the Hawks. Is gonna need to see something spectacular here in the third, but I think just looking to get some positive shifts going here to start out, and we'll go from here as the referees just finishing putting in the pegs on the nets. 9 p.m. here, Atlantic Daylight Time. It's been dark for like 6 hours probably out there, but nonetheless, we are 15 minutes left to go in this game. Picked up by Gavis. That one's going to be played down the right side. Farquhar into the corner, and we're going to maybe see, I think we're going to see a lot here from Halifax coming out, just trying to get some momentum, show that they're not going to be pushed around, and that this was a one-off sort of game. Down low off the boards. That one's going to come back to the line. Hustled back. Farquhar lays a hit. Now player down, and he doesn't look too good as we don't show injuries here on high button, but we're just gonna take a moment here. I don't believe a penalty was called, but we'll be taking a second. And be able to skate off under their own power, but taking a real bad shot there, Gaiorfi. And the coaches here not happy for Chebucto, really going after the refs, and the linesman right in their face. So we'll continue on here, 30 seconds into the period. And another save there as we get a whistle. So Chebucto will be down a man, and referee keeping a close eye on the bench as the chirps continue to fly. Back to Thompson. Thompson lets a low shot over to Finney. Finney into the skates there. A nice job by Brown, but that'll be a hand pass and offside all in one fell swoop. And Porter putting his arms up, but I mean, you kind of have to keep your emotions in right now. I'm just going to say it, that was, an offside. There really wasn't any argument to it. And if you're throwing your arms up after every play and showing that frustration, then it's just not going to go well. So you're going to have to just keep a straight face. But, the captain out there leading. You got to take what you can get with it, the good and the bad. And right now, Halifax being tested here mentally. Absolutely. And I will mention we have Matheson in net now, I believe. Picked up down low and along those end boards. It's played back to the blue line, kept in. Brown gonna make some moves. Brown stepping up, he'll take a bump. Played back in behind us. Halifax looking to set up here a little bit more into some feet. That one that gets squared away. Turned over, shot, and they score. So Porter must have heard me up here. Took initiative and put one in the back of the net here. 7-1 and a good start to the period there for the Hawks as they get some pushback. And they'll break the goose egg. So that's exactly what I was saying we want to see out of the captain, and he went out and did it, so good job on him. And we'll head back to center. Staying on those pucks, freeing it up, and then centering that pass. Polson chases after it. Polson back in behind, tries to put that off the boards up to Gavis. In towards the middle. Gavis shot on, blocker save, rebound again. Oh, and Polson had a big old rebound. And it got off the stick and into the mesh. Over on the left side, rolling up, another save made, but puck still alive. Into there, it's the middle. Creighton now grabbing, low shot, steered off in the corner. Freed on up. Played back in along the left. Couple whacks at it as it comes down to the hash marks. Brown in the corner. Chebucto back to Gavis. He keeps it in. Push over there, and now it'll come out back, but 2 men back. McKenzie hands it over. Theo Heropoulos works it up the wall. Glover trips down, no icing, as it'll fall into the left side corner. Gavis takes the bump. Puck still alive here for Halifax, though, as they're creating turnovers on their own now, more like their style of play, as a backhand just goes wide on the left side. Gavis backing around. Lead pass. That one's going to bounce off the boards to Slade. Slade tries to put that around. Thompson down low. He'll take a hit. It'll come over to Theo Heropoulos. Bounce pass up here, Porter. Run off into the wall. Swept on. Thompson's going to keep it in. Shipped on back in behind, and that'll go down for an icing. 11:37 left to go here in the third, and it'll be 7-1. And I gotta say, I do kind of know myself as a player and know dudes as a player, as can kind of get a little hot out there and get a little frustrated and maybe start showing some frustrations. I know when I was pitching this summer in my softball league, we definitely had a few moments like that, or I had a few moments like that, and kind of all comes back to just kind of keeping your composure, win or lose, putting your best effort forward. You'll feel a lot better after, and that's just something you kind of learn with play. And I think that this Halifax team doing a good job here in the third period of kind of reining it back in. Probably listen hard to the coaches in the locker room after this, and you know, they were kind of due for a game like this where they put right on the back foot from the start, face some frustrations, and then got to come back mentally here in the third as Porter goes for a skate again down the left side. He'll break in. It's just knocked away at the last second. Gets the pass back through. Lang down back in behind, and Pino along the end boards. Sometimes the most telling thing can be the response, as Halifax still down here by 6 as we approach 10 minutes to go in this one. Richard makes a move around into the corner. Theo Heropoulos. That one's sent in around and up the wall. Picked up. Polson has it swept around, but he'll chase that down into the corner. Good job keeping it in the zone here. Polson back to McKenzie. McKenzie winds up for the shot. That one off the mark. It'll bounce over to the left side. Theo Heropoulos now into a shin pad. Poked on by Creighton and now hustled out. And on to the right side. Centering. Hawks hold. Picked up now from the back end. McKenzie dishes across. On to Richards. Set back. In behind. Played over on the left side up to Reynolds. To McKenzie. Down here in front now, inside 10 minutes to go here in our third period. 7-1 the score here, a lot better in the third period. Like I said, Halifax hasn't been many chances the other way. McKenzie works that across. Creighton tries to steer it up ahead. Into some feet and spun around. Now full scale change coming for Halifax. Chebucto over to Slade. Slade into the middle, turned over. Now Porter again. Lots of ice time out there. Played back in behind. Up the wall and played down again. That one's gonna miss. Back in behind, Thompson hustling. Chebucto can't get it out of there on the corner and steered on up. Haven't had a whistle here in a moment. Shot back in. Thompson coming around to Rimmer. Rimmer gonna take it and rim that one down the other way for 8:38 left to go here in the third as we approach halfway through our third period. Score still 7-1. Looks like we got a new fan there in the chat. So, hello, Games Patton. Nice to see you. As we take the face-off here again, 7-1 remaining. Or 7-1 the score, 8:31 remaining. Back to the line here. Chebucto holds in on the blue shot. That one's going to come back the other way. Gavis is off for the races. Gavis in on net, holds. Big rebound there in front off the shot. Tried to jam that by short side. Back towards the middle. Onto the stick here now. Chebucto, right side, picked up. Flicked on down to Brown. Brown in on the boards. Smith shoots it back down. Ping-ponging with Brown. He'll get run off, centering, backhand, and a nice glove save there. Halifax now try to get it back the other way. Hits Gavis's helmet. He'll chase after it in the open zone. Quickly works back in. Turnover here in front as they battle for it. Down the right side, Brown lead pass, shot on, scores. As Halifax will put another one in to make it 7-2 here, 7:40 remaining. And the fight back continues as the deficit goes down here to 5. So we'll head back to center here. Theo Heropoulos shoots it on down. Back in and around Reynolds. Reynolds keeps it on. Porter into the corner there. Reynolds back to Brown. Brown on the blue line. Shot in. Big rebound there in front as it pretty much directly comes out in the front of the goalie, but now it'll be hustled back in the other way. 2-on-1 or 1-on-2 ran off into the boards. Chebucto picks up. Centering pass. Sharp angle. Reynolds down low. The D-man. It's fished out of there. Halifax holds. Into the glove there for the Atlantics. Down low, back to Reynolds. He'll take the hit to make the play. Coming back out into the end boards, McKenzie. Hands that off, Polson. Lead pass to the middle. Good active sticks, creating the turnover here. And it'll just go down in behind. In along the boards, Polson comes out with it, backhand, knocked away, rebound in front, and it's there on the left side. Flicked on back, and how did that one stay out? And coach here is saying we got to get our heads back in the game as the pushback here from Halifax in the third has been noticeable. I don't know if it's substantial enough for the comeback, but it has been noticeable nonetheless. Down in the right side corner, led up to Creighton. Back in behind along the end boards. Little snap pass kept in near the hash marks. Digging away, another poke. Exiting back over to McKenzie. Passed across, Hawks fan on it, turned back over. Now Gavis in behind. Gavis up the boards. Back to Smith. Down and around Pino. Got to get that stick down. Be careful. 5:33 remaining now here in the third. Freed up. That one's going to stay alive as can't buy a whistle here as the play just continues on. Back down into the corner. Halifax now going to take it off the one hop. McKenzie plays it over to Pino. Pino airmails that one into the mesh, and we'll get a whistle here with 5:10 remaining. Down in the corner, it's battled for. Freed up in on the left side, and on the wall, it's sent back into Thompson. Thompson chasing. Thompson over to Petal. Petal snaps the pass across. Porter down low along the end boards. He'll come out with it, head up. Passed on back, Brown. Back into Porter now, freed up into the middle. Skating around a 3-on-1 for me here. Chebucto pass across and can't get it on the mark. So offense totally dying out here in the third period for Chebucto. Porter gonna bring that in. Now try to push it back in the other way here on the left side. Glover fans on it. Hit laid by Petal, and the arm goes both sides on the referees. So to the box now with 4:14 to go. Another power play for the Atlantics, and trying to kickstart something here late despite being up 5. Face off. Coming here, 2 fresh minutes on the clock. That one dropped back over to Brown. Brown across on the line, shot, that one rifled by on the right side and comes back out. Into the corner. Down on the right and battled for over to Pelham, trying to chop that one by. Creighton comes on down. Richard played over to Reynolds into the end boards. Chebucto up to Reynolds, back to Brown. Brown holding, shot, rebound in front, and they score as they fire that one through. Wide open in front and put away. That'll be the 8-2 here with 3:41 remaining. Back to Polson. Polson's gonna try to wrap that around on the right side. Cut off. Held on to now Gavis. Gavis going for a skate. He'll shoot that into the glove and it'll come back down and we'll get another whistle this time in the Chebucto end. Gavis wrapping around, and the feet freed up, and now the net knocked off. And actually the first time tonight the net's been knocked off. 3:22 remaining. Puck getting ready to be dropped here to the right. So no hockey left here on High Button for the rest of the week until the weekend, and it's still the weekend pretty light. We've got some U15 action for the Bandits and a couple U16 games mixed in there, but not too much on this weekend. But you got to keep an eye on High Button Sports as always for our weekend games as we, like I said, continue on into the halfway point in the season. Monktonians in the rearview mirror. Christmas break, the next thing. And before then, teams trying to solidify their standing. So tune in this weekend on High Button Sports. 2:48 left to go in the third. In the left-hand corner, it's flicked on out. Smith just fires that back to where it came from. Head up, down the right side, and that one's gonna go for an icing and a penalty in behind the play here. Just the back ref charging on Polson, so it'll be back to the power play here with 2:30 remaining for Chebucto. Picked up, fired the length of the ice off quick clear. In along the end boards, Glover gonna have it. And we're in the last 2 minutes of this game. Glover up to the middle, gonna gain the blue line. Shot, that one blocked off into the right-hand corner. Head up, still stick handling, no one going to him as they play the tight box. Back over, Glover. Picks up again, sharp angle. That one's going to be blockered into the corner. Up through the middle now, Pelham grabbing. Pelham plays across, Glover head up, shoots that back. Picked up and now fired the length of the ice, 1:41 remaining in the third. Off the end board, Chebucto now up to Matheson. 90 seconds to go. Matheson shot on, blocker save. Farquhar takes a chop at it. He'll pick it up again and shoot that the length of the ice. Here on the left side, gonna get that one centered. Oh, and the door opens up here on the hit as Finney and Pino go into the boards and the whistle gets blown. Over the head and back to Smith. Smith along the end boards. He'll chop that up the right side. Picked up, head up, hustling here for Chebucto. Ran off the puck there. Stick handling in through. Pino, the D-man, trying to go for one last skate as we're inside a minute. Back down the other way on the right. Centering pass into some pads. Pino gonna take that one and fire it down. 43 seconds now. 8 seconds left in the power play and one last skate here, Richard. Lots of open space there in the middle. Shot up, that one goes high. Played off the end boards. In along the right side, 24 seconds remain. Rifled out, and that'll go for an icing as the power play did end with 19 seconds to go in the game. So 8-2 will most likely be our final score. And the Atlantics with a nice statement game over Halifax. Halifax still going to be fighting to move up in these standings. Face off going to be coming. Drop down on the right side. Played back to the blue line. Block shot. Trying to spin it back the other way. Halifax maybe one last rush here. 10 seconds to go. Pushed off the puck. Over to Slade, in through the middle, a hit laid on Parsons, and coach complaining about that one, but it looked clean and with 0.0 to go. That will do it as Halifax will fall here to Chebucto, 8-2 on High Button Sports, and that'll do it for us here. So another game in the books here for the High Button Halifax Hawks. Like I said, we will see you next time as we continue on into the season, and until then, my name's Jeff Werbin, joined by Dudes, and we will see you next time.